Hello everybody, my name's Ben Robbins from Lost World of Movie Props. I'm here with James Taylor, is that correct, sir?
That's correct,
Brilliant.
Yes.
So we're going to wing this one. I left your questions at home,
all
of them.
Brilliant. I've got no idea what you want me for, but it's all good.
So I just want to have a little chat about your career basically.
Okay,
So
wow.
I want to see how you first got into acting and your first acting roles like.
How I first got into acting, so I started off doing plays,
Yeah.
did quite a few plays, and then I ended up getting into the circuit, which was EastEnders, Holby City, The Bill, all that sort of stuff. And then from there, I just got into doing the films. I did Warhorse in 2010. I was a regular soldier in that. A little small part in that, which was good.
Yeah.
And then it all sort of spiraled from there. Really got more bigger parts, more walk-ons, bigger parts. And then I started standing in on other films with other actors. So I did Jupiter Ascending for Channing Tatum. Then I ended up doing Star Wars 7. And then Exodus, Marvel films, Disney films.
Oh, you've got quite a big catalogue.
There's quite a bit going on. Yeah, I did a thing called Holmes and Watson, which wasn't a very good film, but it was a good experience for Will Ferrell, and I played the barman in it as well, which was quite good.
Nice.
Got to smash some beer down on the table and splash John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell, which was cool. Plague Doctor in Beauty and the Beast, and then really standing in for lots of different actors and doubling for them as well.
Nice, wonderful.
So it's pretty cool.
So obviously, looking back at your theatre days, so obviously you did production, you did theatre plays, but moving into TV, what was the transition like going into obviously into something like EastEnders and The Bill? Because what their filming schedule like, so their schedules are very different.
Yeah, I mean obviously when you're doing a play, you're acting out the entire thing from beginning to end. Where on a TV show, especially EastEnders, it's very quick, very fast paced. So whatever you're doing, it's you haven't got time to sort of go back to do it. You're bashing it out quickly. The Bill was the same, Holby's the same. Yeah, it was all very much like that. I tended to be like a regular copper in everything. I was a policeman pretty much in everything. Silent Witness, New Tricks, Lewis. It just went on from there. If it wasn't a copper, it was a thug. Yeah. So it was one of the others. But, yeah, interesting. But so very, very different from theatre, TV, massively. I do prefer theatre. Yeah. Money's in the film on the TV, but the theatre's actually really. Because you know if you're any good or not. It's great. You're on stage and the audience are out there watching you, and it's brilliant. It's good. I just did a little film last Saturday. I only one day shoot a short movie called Cloud, which was nice. It was very intimate as well. So that there's a difference between the theatre is lovely, but if you do intimate films like that, it's quite nice. Yeah. As opposed to a great big budget where you've got like 150 people just standing behind the camera, and it's very different, big crews and things like that. But, yeah.
Because obviously you mentioned playing a police officer a lot, so did you have a lot of training like to be a police officer in The Bill and other shows, or is it just you did your own research and went into it?
You do your own research, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I grew up watching The Bill as well, so you kind of had an idea. And once you put the uniform on, it's kind of weird sense that you're a copper anyway. Yeah. But I must have been alright because I literally did everything out there in the last 10 years, as pretty much all of it as a copper. Really, it was quite interesting. But I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Nice.
So obviously moving from TV into film, was it a difficult transition for you, or did you find it quite easy? But obviously, did you get more takes, or is it fast paced?
Yeah, so it's just a lot slower than telly. So with the TV, it's very quick. You've got, especially EastEnders, some of the guys get the script the morning they're doing the scenes. It's fast. But with film, it's much slower. Yeah. Especially if you're standing in on a film. So you're the amount of angles. So this could be like half a day's work. Oh really? Going around with the cameras, It's you get wide shot, close-ups, two shot singles. It's crazy. So it's much slower film. Yeah. That's hence why most films take about 3 or 4 months to make. The big budget ones. Where if you think about something like EastEnders, you're shooting that, you're doing God knows how many scenes in one day. It's very fast. Yeah. Very fast.
So obviously, have you ever seen Star Wars, and were you a fan of Star Wars?
Yeah,
so when they started to come up, was that something you just jumped at, or was it kept quite secret so you didn't know what you were auditioning for?
No, it was bizarre really, because I was a big fan. I collected a lot of the memorabilia when I was a kid. Nice. From the boot sales and things like that. We used to have boot sales. I think I'd just come back from doing Exodus. We were shooting abroad, and I was around that sort of time. I got a phone call about Star Wars. I'm thinking, wow. Nice. What's going on? Very secretive. You didn't know anything about the character, whatever it was. I mean, even on the call sheets, Adam's character. So I stood in the double for Kylo. So his character was JK. So it was Jedi Killer. They didn't even want to know what his name was going to be. It was that secretive. Yeah. You wouldn't even get the the daily sides, like the script for the day. You'd have to wear it around your neck. It'd be sealed up.
Oh, no way.
It'd give that back at the end of the day. There's no way you'd be able to keep that. Even the sides, the call sheets, sorry, you had to give them back as well. Massively secretive.
Yeah.
Massive. Lots of NDAs. Probably shouldn't have said any of that. Kidding.
So obviously, you're being a Star Wars fan, being on set for the first time and seeing the sets and the production, did you just nerd out completely? Or did you have to be really professional?
Yeah, you have to be professional about it. I mean, I remember the camera tests. I mean, one of the first scenes I shot was with the lightsaber, so I was one of the first people to hold this, the lightsaber. I'm thinking,
awesome.
God, this lightsaber. Adam's obviously probably had a go at it, but I'm like holding this lightsaber thinking, my God, and then we're doing these scenes with fighting with it and whatever else. And then I remember someone coming over to me and going, can we borrow you for a minute? We need to set another scene up in the other studio, in the other stage. So yeah, sure, no worries. And I got into this stage. There's like this sort of round chair, this kind of pile of ash on the side. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, what the hell? That's Vader's helmet, all melted down. Awesome. So it was like, this is amazing. And I'm like, has anyone been in it? No one's been in it, can't say anything. So I'm thinking, I'm one of the first people to see this set and the melted down. So I'm nerding out there, because there's no one else around. So it's like, I'm proper nerding out. But there was scenes where I had to rehearse with Harrison Ford and go through Adam's death scene and stuff like that. And I mean, this one particular day we're shooting this scene where Kylo's walking down the platform, meets obviously Han Solo, does his little spiel of chatting, and then obviously he goes kill him. Well, Adam's in the makeup room getting ready, Harrison's not there, so we're rehearsing the scene, and then he suddenly just rolls up, rides his bike into the studio as he usually did, and just wants to rehearse. Of course, Adam's not there, so it's like, James, we need to rehearse the scene with Adam. You can do it with Harrison. I'm like, yeah, no worries, fine. So do the little walk, comes up to me, caresses the cheek, I do the little spill, get the lightsaber out, pretend to kill him. Cut, brilliant, love that, we're all ready to shoot, fantastic. And then Harrison's like, as I'm caressing your cheek, I'd best let you know who I am. I'm Harrison Ford. It's nice to meet you. I'm like, yeah, I'm James. It's really nice to meet you too. Yeah. Like, and then everyone started laughing. I'm thinking, why are they all laughing? I'm like, what have I done? And I looked down at my feet, and Adam had come on set, tied my shoelaces together.
All right.
So everyone's erupting. I'm like, oh, thanks, Adam, brilliant. And then Harrison's just like, wow, what's going on? It was crazy. So there were some good little things from most of those films. It was interesting.
I mean, the fact that obviously you're a fan of Star Wars and then getting to work with
Harrison Ford caressing my cheek.
And then you get to kill him as well.
And get to kill him. And Carrie coming on with her little dog, Gary. It's brilliant. And C-3PO and the other guys. It was a bit like Mark Hamill walking on, and but you've got to be professional, so you can't walk up to him and go, oh my God, I grew up watching these films, and I'm like, can you sign these things for me?
No, of course not.
Nice to meet you, mate. Yeah.
So was it quite intimidating working with them, or did they make you feel quite relaxed? Because they know how big they are in the Star Wars world, so were they quite good with everyone?
Everyone was really chilled out. I mean, to be fair, 7 was just awe-inspiring, really. I mean, it was amazing. Cool. I mean, there's scenes with the Millennium Falcon. I'm literally standing at the Millennium Falcon. I'm running through like the whatever was the equivalent of Death Star, I suppose. It's just insane. It was madness. But as they progressed, when 8 come along, that was great. I mean, Rian Johnson was what a great guy, really nice guy, and really made you feel at ease, really relaxed. Everybody was, it was a bit like a family.
Yeah, of course.
You become kind of like a Star Wars family. It was really lovely. And I mean, we shot some location. We were all in a hotel together, and I remember being at Celtic Manor shooting at Puzzle Woods, and Catherine Kennedy sitting there with a physio and having a cup of tea, and we're chatting about stuff. And someone else is walking past. She's just like, but you're getting used to it. It's like this is a different world, but it was fun.
I mean, obviously, looking at all the scenes that you did in Star Wars, because you had a lot of screen time. So, is there any particular scene that you really look back and you can't believe you got to do that, and that was you on the screen? That you take
the
that,
doubling for Kylo, I mean, there was some of in the ships and things, but I mean, it was great times. I mean, a lot of Stormtrooper stuff as well. I did a lot of Stormtrooper stuff, which was brilliant. I mean, one of the big ones was the big battle where Phasma dies. Running around, almost getting blown up. It was fantastic. Yeah. So much stuff. I think the particular one of the behind-the-scenes shots where I'm dressed as a Stormtrooper. As a Stormtrooper, you can't lift your arms up enough to eat food.
Oh, really?
So there's a particular in the behind-the-scenes shot. There's one with me with an assistant director. I Van Luke, and I'm feeding him a nacho. The crew caterer, the craft caterers come around and they're giving us some food, and I'm trying to feed him a nacho because we can't get it in. And Ryan Johnson walks around the corner and he's like, "Hey James," I'm like, "Ryan," and he's taken a picture, which is great. He sent me that picture after we finished shooting, so I've got this lovely little framed picture with You're a Gentleman and a Scholar, and thanks for a great shoot from Ryan Johnson.
Man,
so
that's amazing.
They're the ones, they're the memories. I mean, being on the screen is fantastic, but that's just like, that's the pinnacle of it all, you know, it's fantastic. Especially when you come home one day and there's a post on the floor, you think, what the hell's that? It's like from Ryan Johnson, you're like, wow. But yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I've talked to quite a few stormtroopers and people on Star Wars. So did you have to do the stormtrooper training as well? Because I remember talking to Sandeep Mohan, and he said that the training he went through was military style, and it absolutely exhausted him.
We had to walk up steps.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about this? So because you literally can't see, they can't shoot for shit because they can't see, so you're like literally like this. So you've got to try and feel where you're walking on the thing. I remember it vaguely because I was credited as stand-in for Kylo for Adam.
Yeah.
I was never supposed to do anything like that, but because they'd worked out the schedule that he was only going to be in, because they did it in blocks really, they said, "Would you like to be a stormtrooper?" And I'm like, "Would I like to be a stormtrooper?" Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I can swear or not, but yeah, I was like, yeah, absolutely. But the problem was, because I'm 6'3", same height as Adam.
Yeah, you're big.
They didn't want stormtroopers to be anything over 6 foot. So the issue they had was getting it to fit. So I'd make it fit. I'd be like that, and then when I stood up, so I kind of had the tallest stormtrooper. So there's a couple of scenes where we're in the ships, where we're moving around in the ships, and you've got the guys like that, and you've got me, and then it goes back down again. So it's like I proper stood out. It was great. But because I was down as the in the credits, they always gave me a nice little bit. So it was me and Pip Anderson would always do the nice bits of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant. But going back to the training, I didn't expect to do the training because I was never going to be down. But so that was cool.
Yeah.
But that was Pinewood again, and we had a military advisor, and it was literally walking around like just not knowing, just getting your kind of visual awareness in your space, because you just didn't know, you could not see. It was mad, honestly, and running around. No wonder that guy hit his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, I suppose it's good for you then, because when you now watch the film, you can see the stormtroopers. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the kids go, "Oh, there you are." Then I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Brilliant. Yeah.
Awesome. Have you had a good weekend so far? Have you met
good,
lots of fans and guests? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's been busy this morning.
This morning was busy. It's quieted down a little bit this afternoon, but it's been really busy, and it's just great to see the fans and see them smiling. And I've done a few of these now, and some of them are like, "Wow, this is brilliant," and it's just nice to give a bit back. And it's cool telling some stories.
Yeah,
do something like this is great. And
of course, man, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's good.
Yeah, I suppose that these ones are a bit more intimate, because I see you answering questions and talking back. You get a bit more time. You're not sort of rushed through like some of the bigger ones.
Exactly. Yeah, because you've got a gap between people coming over, which is nice. And I always want to share something with them, and then I've got some memorabilia I bring with me as well, so they can see stuff like this, like a call sheet or some other stuff that's been signed. And that's cool. Cool. Some crew gifts like the jacket, the hats, all the stuff.
Those are awesome, the crew stuff. Yeah, I've got a few bits.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine. He gave me a Hobbs and Shaw stunt jacket.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I was like, can I have it?
I've got more coats. I've got more coats and hats than I know what to do with. Everything was a coat or a hat or a bag or a suitcase. Always water bottles and sunglasses, but it was cool.
Yeah, I just had a friend as well. He I had to buy them off him because he needed the money a little bit. But he's like, "I've got these amazing jackets, Ben, you're really going to want them." And it's the American version and the Irish version of the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, wow.
But it's like the crew road gear ones, so they wore them in like to keep warm. I was like, that's brilliant. Those. So he sent them from America.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'll wear that this window.
Yeah,
pretend I was in
there. This is me.
Official crew. Yeah. What'd you do? Nothing.
You just make something out, you'll be fine.
Yeah, be fine.
Made the tees, say made the tees, it's all good.
Yeah, I was a runner.
Exactly, there you go, you're a runner, brilliant.
Awesome, thank you so much for talking today, it's been a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure, thanks so much.
Yeah,
and thanks for watching and listening.
Yeah, brilliant.
Hopefully.
Cool, thank you very much.
Cheers, thanks very much.